Gentlemen, Andrew, first to you on the where to next. Who is in the frame to be the next Premier of New South Wales?
I think it's highly likely Dominic Perrottet will be Premier on Tuesday, but I'm not giving a cast iron prediction on that. I think there's a bit to play out here. He has to prove to his colleagues he's not wedded to perhaps Matt Kean, the junior in that potential partnership, or the moderate power brokers. He has to demonstrate to the moderate faction, who are the vast majority of the party room, that he's not the right winger that he's been portrayed as. I mean, he's out to the right in the party. Why should they anoint, some of them are saying to me, someone not even from their faction with more hardline views than they have, bearing in mind Berejiklian was from the moderates. So it could be him, it could be Rob Stokes, it could be Stuart Ayres, it could be Andrew Constance, but I think it'll be Perrottet. He'll be coming in at a pretty good time in some respects, with a lockdown lifting. People will be happy about that. They'll be moving on with their lives. But there will be school closures because of COVID cases. There will be hospitals somewhat overwhelmed. There will be a lot of issues to deal with. And it will be a challenging time and a challenging 15 months up until the next state election, and indeed a few months up until the next federal election.
So in that context, Tom Connell, the all-important voters, what will the reaction be to all of this?
I think there will be more shock than is coming from us today, and I completely accept, Andrew's points. When you go back and cast your mind back then, everyone was thinking, how long can she last? And she managed to sort of get beyond the sort of news cycle, and COVID and the pandemic was crucial to that. Will that last, though? And that's the thing. I think right now the initial reaction will be, how is she going, given where we're at? But the more that comes out about this and the ensuing hearing, I think might change that just a little bit. I am always conscious, and there are these sort of moments that we've come across in the past, the infamous misogyny speech when it was at the time, Kieran, all about the fact that that speech was actually defending Peter Slipper, and it sort of broke through the mindset, right? And we had a totally different take on it to the rest of voters. I think the initial take from voters will be quite surprised. There'll be a lot of support for Gladys Berejiklian, even if that does change down the track.
These are live pictures at the home of Gladys Berejiklian. Flowers and, as Tom Connell said rightly, bouquets being extended to her both metaphorically and physically today at the home of Gladys Berejiklian in Willoughby and a few balloons, as you can see there, the big B and a love heart on the day that she has wrapped up. Well, not formally, that of course that happens once the next Premier is sworn in, but announced that she is leaving the Parliament, leaving her premiership. To Andrew Clennell, Tom Connell, thanks for your coverage this afternoon. Stay with